All right. I got a quick one, hopefully. So this one will be titled Staccato HD. Basically, dry fire training drills or drill. So I have shot this several times in a match. I may be shooting it in a major for Area 2 coming up real soon. I'm not entirely sure between this gun and this gun, even though it's going to be limited optics. I keep training daily with both guns just because I haven't made up my mind yet on which one I want to use. I have shot Area 2 and other majors with this gun. Nothing yet with this other than just a local matches. So I'm kind of interested in see how well I can do with a 2011, which isn't the traditional 2011. It's just the Glock Mag version. But Staccato still owns the name, so they can call it whatever the hell they want. But anyway, this gun, when I first got it and shot it, and then most people shoot it, there's issues with adjusting to the safety and the mag release. I don't have the biggest fingers and all, so dropping the dropping the safety on this when I was drawing and getting my thumb where it needed to be, and then also coming around to the pretty small mag release or whatever compared to other guns, and just the here's my thumb and then here's where that needs to be. I don't quite reach it, so I have to come off the gun. But when your thumb is here, you gotta come off the gun and get your thumb back on top of that manual safety, or else you risk the possibility of activating the thumb safety during while you're firing, which has happened when I was live fire. Not sure if I did it in a match. This actually came um, to mind because I was watching Lysick, Isaac Lockwood. Everybody probably seen the video. Super fast dude. And he was switching over to 2011 because he shoots the SIGs and you can't shoot those everywhere anymore. So he's experimenting with different guns, and he's super fast on build drills and draw the first shot. And you could tell at times really slowed down with the 2011 he was shooting, but it was a lot less of his scoop draw, and he was trying to figure out the draw. Then he shot a match just recently, a gridiron something match, maybe in California or whatever, like a major. And if you watch the second stage, he had reloaded, transitioned, shot some stuff, came across, and was shooting something again, getting to re-engage some targets. And he was like a dead trigger, and he's like looked at the gun like he was gonna tap rack or clear malfunction, and then I think he realized his grip, whatever, pushed the safety back up. So common issues when you go from something like this striker fire to this. So the number one drill that I use basically to get past all that and to get comfortable shooting this in a match was basically just draw. Put your gear on, whatever you're gonna do. If you're drawing this from uh, appendix or whatever, if you're gonna carry it or whatever, you still want to be proficient with that. And but for USPSA stuff, I have the double alpha belt, and this is the Black Scorpion holster. This isn't the one for this. This is actually for Walther PDP. I was able to heat it up slightly, and it fit the gun. And then the CR Speed mag holsters. This was the holster that you buy on Staccatos. It's not Tenacore. I don't even remember the name of it anymore. You can't really see it, but I bought it and had to wait a few months, and it was like 130 bucks or whatever, 100 bucks, 130 bucks, something like that. And it fits in there great, but it's a little bit too much retention. And this is even after I had to cut and file some edges down because it was just covering a little bit too much, and I wasn't getting the speed that I wanted. So, like I said, the number one drill would basically be just put your setup on and draw this. Cock the hammer, apply the safety, draw the gun, present the gun, get to where you can deactivate the safety, go through your dry fire transitions, whatever. And then another thing is once you get comfortable, figure out where your hand needs to be for that, then start to do that and then work in mag changes. Because you'll see that you're going to have, I had a lot of issues going from here to here and then back to here. So you're basically going to do like you would while you practice mag changes. Beep or whatever, you give yourself the signal, draw, present, engage your target, take one shot, whatever, and then change the mag, drop the mag, change the mag, and then start hammering down the trigger again. For me, right, this gun took months to get to the point where I'm at now, and to get close to a second draw out a first shot, especially in a match, was pretty tough. I've been able to get some sub ones, kind of gaming it with the scoop. So for me, it seems like the slight scoop is a little bit more consistent on where I'm able to get my fingers and my hands where I want it to be, rather than the snatch. It seems like I'm a little more consistent scooping it, as long as I make sure I put my hand where I need it to be. So definitely you're going to want to draw, and present this gun to see where your hands need to be. And that's just pretty much it. That, and also basically breaking your grip and then reforming your grip. And the best thing to do that is with mag changes. So you could even present, take some shots, mag change while you step, and then re-engage something else, and then see what happens. Like I said, what the way his grip was, he says he has his grip so high. I don't know if he had it up so high and it wasn't even putting pressure on the safety, or what he was doing. But anyway, you might say, why do you have to do that? I don't know. You just have to. My buddy shoots 1911s for however long he's been shooting, and I had to ask him, especially what he did with his weekend, and he says he basically just does the same thing. He always shoots with his thumb a little high because he's used to putting it on the safety. And that's the only problem I was having with this gun, is when I was shooting, I think I was curling my support hand thumb down, and just during the recoil, either with no pressure there or somewhere in the recoil, maybe it was kicking my thumb up. I don't know. But once I started putting that pressure down right there, problem solved. So basically, the dry fire training drills is basically just draw, present, and mag changes. That's the number one thing you probably need to do in dry fire with this gun. Oh, and get used to that trigger too. The trigger is not like I've heard they're different poundages. This one I think is about 4. I don't even think it's 3.5. It's not very heavy, but it's a little heavier than it probably needs to be. Yeah, it actually feels heavy, but I got some dry fire bullets in there, so I can't charge it. But even after you do that first click, when you go back to the dead trigger, it seems even heavier than it did. Doing this seems heavier than just doing that. So it's weird because you're supposed to like dry fire and slap the trigger. It's a little awkward for me to do that, so it feels like it makes sense for me just to ride it, and I end up getting a lot of tension in my arm. But anyway, so there you have it. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks.